Garth Brooks and KIDNAP his wife, ex-wife, Sandy, right? That's odd in itself. It is. Especially when a black male is involved. It completely is. But before I get into this fine piece, like, subscribe, ID, and the Discovery Channel. Yes, ID in the Discovery Channel. The links are provided below. Get that Discovery Go app as well as that ID Go app as well. You want to, more than likely want to get those two and combine them together. All the rest and all three. We got, yes, Discovery. We got apps for everything. Stay tuned for that, right? But yeah, so Quentin Harper was the black male. Did the picture roll around on my end to his? I'm guessing and believing and sensing it did. The individual that, yes, played a part, even Garth Brooks' ex-wife Sandy, KIDNAP and all that, was in fact a black male figure. That sort of thing doesn't go too well in the end. Sort of thing you wouldn't want to do, and yet I guess he took the time to do that, and her relationship with him, Quentin Harper, the black male I'm speaking on, right? Check this. So, yes, a gunman by the name of Quentin Harper, 40 years old, took hostage the ex-wife of Garth Brooks from the couple's Oklahoma ranch in 2006. The gunman, Quentin Harper, threatened Sandy Brooks, once again the ex-wife of Brooks. That's messy. By telling Sandy she would never see her kids again. This story feels so odd and so strange, as in it doesn't fit me reporting it. Because something about the layering is off. I'm saying the story of the individuals, right? So Quentin Harper, the abductor of Sandy, now lives less than 5 miles from his family. The same individual that abducted Garth Brooks' ex-wife now lives 5 miles away, yes, from Garth Brooks' family. I'm sorry, not 5. Hold on, yeah, no. He's 15 minutes away. My apologies with that. He lives 15 minutes away. 15 minutes away from Sandy, 2 of the couple's 3 daughters, yes, and Garth Brooks' grandkids. That is so odd in itself. Would you want to pack up, and leave? As in put the house itself in your own suitcase as well with that. Nobody ain't gonna want to live close to nobody that close that has already abducted you, dear lady. Sandy. And Brooks as well. Garth Brooks. Because it's kids with that. That's what I'm saying. That don't. Because anytime a grown male, whether white, black, Mexican, or off with that sort of thing, takes the time to take a grown woman hostage, it's to say he can do one of those type of things as payback with one of the children involved in this story, if he wanted to. Living that close by. That ain't gonna even work. Thinking no. Not ever. Is that why Garth Brooks and all them is all fearful over there? And yet to have even found out that the man was living that close, despite him taking hostage Sandy, it's a no as soon as you found out that information was in fact move away. Who don't know that? One of them grandbabies could be placed at risk. That's what I'm saying. Even one of the daughters, right? Is this story true? Because it's showing so much failure at every end, is what I'm trying to say. Something about it don't add up. It's not right. Yeah, so Garth Brooks himself stated that he lives in fear. And Garth Brooks lives in fear and feels uneasy all hours of the day, every single day. With the revelation with that what? So the history pertaining, there he go, the male figure. I was waiting for that. That's why I'm pausing out with the lockout game on my end. the black male figure, right? That's why I was talking all slow, so I can wait for that to roll around his face. So the history, the backdrop of this story, there goes a photo once again. The backdrop of this story includes, yes, Sandy. She is 53, right? She received 125 million when she and Brooks divorced. Are they or are they not divorced? I thought they were still together. She received 125 million when she and Brooks divorced the year of 2001, after being married to him for 15 years. Sandy met Quentin Harper, that black individual in the photo. Sandy met Quentin Harper, yes, her abductor, in 2005, August of 2005. And Sandy and Harper began dating one another. That's odd in itself. Yes, interracial relationships, in fact, is real, right? But you don't. That's devastating in itself for you to be a white woman, ex of Garth Brooks, and then say go off and date some black male figure, and then him posing a crime of abducting you. That's messed up. Because see, then all ties in with slavery coming back into play, pertaining to, yes, how even that black male is going to look by white society. And what else? Racist people come out the woodwork with comments, right? As in, well, you know, he might in fact need to be lynched with that and all that. You might want to stay on your end. I'm saying I do agree with interracial relationships. Yes, I do, of all kinds, right? I got them in the family, and yet you might not want to be abducting like that, because you don't know who in her family could be in fact racist or something. Because that on her end of her family, they might be thinking that you might in fact kill her or something and abducting her, which is why you wouldn't want to do that sort of thing. Lynchings and all that, being lynched, a black male, that sort of thing will play with that, as in him being lynched to death by one of her family members. That stuff I stay away from, right? But to call it out is to say, and so, yes, they were dating, that black male figure and she. It said Harper kept nude tapes. That's an issue as well. I'm saying I'm grown enough to handle, but yet some people's mindset is not. They're too childish to know. Well, grown people in fact have sex. Yes, they do. And they in fact make sex tapes with that. So that black male figure, Quentin Harper to be exact, and him dating Sandy, Garth Brooks' ex, she in fact had nude tapes of her, sex tapes, right? And all the rest. And so Harper, yes, he was going to, yes, use that as for blackmail purposes, blackmailing her, in case if things, yes, went left field between the two of them while and after they were dating. That's how people blackmail people, having a sex tape or something like that, and then say one person want to leave and the other person want them to stay. Is to say with that you're going to be blackmailed or something. Yes, Harper was going to use the tapes to get back at Sandy and break up. That's messed up. He wanted her to stay, and more than likely she didn't. That's a low blow, and I'm saying that's sorry for a male to do that sort of thing. You would think a female would do that sort of thing. You would in fact reverse the tape on even that end. The unshield process of, yeah, some of the things these males do. They acting like females is what I'm trying to say, instead of acting and being real men. To not, for Sandy Brooks, ex Garth Brooks, not want to be with you, dear black male figure, yes, Quentin Harper to be exact. For her not to want to be with you is to leave her alone and let her go. Who don't know that? Leave the situation alone and move on. Harper lived above Sandy's barn in an apartment when a bondsman, yes, a bondsman, that black male individual, in fact, lived, yes, up above Sandy's barn in an apartment when a bondsman greeted the premises, questioning Harper and his whereabouts, yes, after he failed to attend court over an embezzlement charge he accumulated. He failed to go to court over embezzlement, and so the bondsman came, yes, knocking at the door. That's the ask her. That see that the bad boy syndrome pertaining to when women, yes, some white women too, and black women and Mexican, all the rest, they like to be attracted to, say, bad boys. And then when that sort of situation goes sour, is to say, well, what do you have? Possibly leaving him. Because to get too tangled tied up with that is to say you're going to go to jail with him. Right? Yeah. So during all of this, Harper noticed the lawman, yes, which led to him taking Sandy at gunpoint and forced her to drive off quickly in an SUV. He saw what was coming for him, yes, the jail aspect of that, not showing up for court over the embezzlement and all that. He saw that lawman there, took her hostage and all that other stuff at gunpoint, forcing her to drive off in the SUV rather quickly, right? Wheels spinning and all the rest. As the story goes, Harper was arrested and charged, yes, under felony kidnapping for extortion and served a year in prison. Harper released nude tapes of Sandy as part of a plea agreement. This story sounds so bizarre too, saying it don't make sense. Quentin Harper, the black male himself, released nude tapes of Sandy as part of a plea agreement, and yet Brooks and Sandy, yes, Garth Brooks and Sandy, still sense there's copies of nude tapes amongst us in society somewhere. He handed the nudity, sex tapes, and all the rest over for the plea agreement. And yet Garth Brooks and Sandy still feel there's copies out here. There could be. I have yet to see anything online. Usually you do fumble across sex tapes and nude tapes of celebrities and all that, right? Because for her to be, say, once married to Brooks is to say she's in fact, yes, a celebrity as well, right? Sandy Brooks, as well as Brooks' family in 2018, yes, they do fear the motive of Quentin Harper. They fear his motives and what his motives are prone to do to the family, which is why they live on guard every single day. But I said they need to move out. I said that they need to, in fact, move away. He's too close. Because if he could use a black male in the form of some sex tape, is to say, what else can he do? The mindset of Quentin Harper. What, calling out my own? Some people would, in fact, hate that sort of thing, but I wouldn't want to be bothered with him myself. If he doing all that, that don't do nothing. You want to, in fact, start a business or something meaningful or something. Instead of holding people hostage over what you can't get, as in who you can't keep, where they no longer want you to be in their world, as in move on and let them go. Homicide Hunter, Lieutenant Joe Kenda, you can scroll over this, add to favorites, yes you can. Evil Lives here. You got Fatal Vows, you got Paula, shouts out to Paula from my end to hers. Deadly Women, Red Rum, everything in fact has a description. Blood Relatives, Someone You Thought You Knew, yes. The Perfect Murder, unlocked episodes, To Catch a Killer, you can add to watch later, this right here. Press the play button. Season 1, Episode 1, Twisted Stories. Blood Runs Code, What Lies Beneath. Twisted, Murder Mates. In 1984, a couple goes on a brutal killing spree throughout the Midwest. After claiming the lives of 8 victims, the pair must decide if they'll keep killing or surrender to police. That is in fact called Twisted. Season 7, Episode 3. Murder by Numbers, The Last Defense. Season 1, Episode 1, expiring in 21 days. Deadline, Crime with Tamron Hall. On last night, what is airing right now? Live right now is in fact right here up, yes, top left hand corner will show you what is in fact going on right now, as in what you can watch live now. The Killer Beside Me. So on last night, Twisted Sisters, you got Evil Lives here. If you sign in with that, where it's the lock and key, is to say it's going to ask for your provider in order to get all the way in and fit in with that, right? That's a good one too. In relation to coroners. ID Go series. Pamela Smart. Missing pieces. Everybody wants to know, and yet not everybody does. Not everybody knows even Pamela Smart name. As in, there's individuals that have never even heard of her. Pamela Smart. They haven't. So introduce them. Yes. Even new followers, subscribers. In my world is to, yes, call that out. Present it. Schedule preview. The time. Right. Crime feed. The crime feed news. Crime feed. You click this, it's going to take you outside to the crime feed. Crimefeed.com. Yes, and explore on that as in who killed what and why. In the mass murder mystery mayhem. To receive a newsletter is to type in your email address right there. And click next. And you will be one of the first individuals to know. Various ID addicts and the rest. And possibly individuals that never even watched, yes, Investigation Discovery before. So, I believe that's all to be stated for today. And I'm gone with that. Quentin Harper need to get his life together. Yes, I said that.